welcome back to another episode of the From Zero podcast. My name is Danae.
And I'm Jocelyn.
And today we have another very special guest. I think she is now the sixth person on our podcast. And she is in an industry that you wouldn't actually expect she's in. She is known as the Young Inspector.
Yep. AKA Joe.
AKA Joe, yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you today?
Really good. Thank you. Thank you for asking and thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
really nice.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of your stories and a lot of your social media, so I thought it would be a cool opportunity to just get to know you more, interview you, and just learn about you and your growing business. You know, I think that would be awesome. So why don't we start by you telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Giovanna Gagiola, known as the Young Inspector. I'm 24 years old. I look like 15, I know. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Sonora. So my first language is Spanish. So if you see like I'm struggle a little bit, it's just because my first language is Spanish. And yeah, what else? I'm a home inspector. Something crazy, huh? I'm a girl. So yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think that was one of the biggest things that stood out to me because I think we met at a home buyer event, and you had your stand, and I saw you and I was like, she looks really young, especially because I get that same thing too. Like at 18, I got licensed at 18 for my real estate, and I always got told I was like, oh, you're 12 years old and everything and all that stuff. So I think we're gonna get into that a little bit more. But what got you started in the home inspections?
Well, I wish I can tell you like a beautiful story about, but actually, before like doing home inspections, I used to work on Burger King, right?
Okay.
And I was on, I don't know if people like recognize this place, but it's Bisbee, Arizona. It's like near my hometown in Acuar, Sonora. It's like 15 minutes. It's like 3 hours from here.
Oh, okay.
I used to like party a lot, so I stopped doing that, and then I focused myself to like grow, you know, in my hometown. But I had a feeling that I have to like leave my hometown. So I met my partner. So I moved to Phoenix, Arizona. My father-in-law is the owner of Sonar and Sky Home Inspections.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, you know what? You're a hardworking girl. Like, you should try it. But it is going to be difficult for you just because you have two, like, bad things. That's you're a girl and you're looking young. So I just try it, and it worked out.
Yeah. So what does it take to get your license?
Well, first you have to do the school. That it can be in a week, or you have a month, and every weekend for a month, right? Then you have to do 30 inspections. You have to go with someone to train you, and you have to pay him. That's the hardest.
Okay.
And then you have to pass the state test. That's like kind of hard. But yeah, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's really nice.
oh, that's awesome.
Was it hard, or how many? Do you have a certain amount of tries in order for you to pass? Or?
Well, you can do it the times that you want, but it's every month. You can't take the test like the next day. You have to wait a month.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And you have to pay like $150. For me, it took me 3 times, but when I said I give my 100% to that test, I give my 100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because well, at that time, right now, like you can like I can express myself a little bit, but at that time, I remember when in the walkthroughs I used to hide because people speak English and they were gonna ask me something, and I was like, I don't know how to answer you guys. So I used to hide and be like, oh, I'm closing the windows. But yeah, in that test, I had to translate everything in Spanish and then translate everything in English so I can understand.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I have to like give my 100%.
So I mean, the fact that you only took 3 times is pretty impressive too. Like having it's
That
not even in the language
barrier.
at it. Yeah.
yeah.
And because I know for real estate you can take it as many times. You can take
Yeah.
it the next day, and
Yeah.
which is what I did. But I know for the loan officer's license too, it's like I don't think it's like 30. You have to wait 30 days and 90 days and 6 months and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I mean, 3 tries. That's pretty
No, yeah.
impressive. I
And
think.
for like right now it's Vic, Josh, another guy, and myself, and I was the first one of passing the test. It's
No
crazy.
way.
No way.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
probably
like,
it's because
no
I'm
biggie.
smart or God loved me a lot. One of
One of the
other.
two.
Yeah.
That's
Do you know anybody else that's in your situation, young women doing this as a career?
No, you know what? I've been looking for young people here in Arizona. I feel like I just saw one in Texas and another one in Florida and well, in
that's
TikTok.
it. Yeah.
But here in Arizona, I had
No.
had
At what age did you start?
21.
21. Oh, so
Yeah.
you weren't even. I mean, you're 24 now.
Yeah,
3
I'm
years?
24. Yeah, 3 years.
Dang.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So, like, who did you have a coach or somebody that was guiding you through the process, or I'm assuming maybe it was your father-in-law?
Yeah, my father-in-law was like the key for everything. Like he was
Okay.
like showing me everything, how to do it. Like I feel like one of the most thing and that taught me is how to defend myself. Just because
Mm.
a lot of people like fathers and all this family group got to the inspection and they're like, oh, what are you doing here? You know, like.
Mm.
So I'm like, well, I have to defend myself in a type of way. So he was like the mentor of everything.
Oh, that's
that I used.
awesome.
So you probably have thick skin now from.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? Let me show you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. I think that's something I've been working on. Maybe you as well,
Mhm.
Danae, just getting thick skin and not letting people get to me because
Yeah.
I've had a few customers or clients that I think I let them get to me, and it makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing, don't know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. But that's not true. You do.
Yeah. Well, at first, there's something that well a lot of people don't know. But at first, I was gonna give up. You know, I was like, you know what, this is not for me because I remember a lot of people calling and they're like, Victor, like we need an inspection, but don't send Joe.
Oh
You know?
shoot.
Because she looked young because
Yeah.
of this and that, da, da, da. And I was like, I think I should be a real estate agent.
Okay.
I'm like,
Okay.
but like I'm not saying that because the agents are easier, but I was like, there's a lot
No,
of like
yeah.
young agents out there like doing really good. Like why a home
Why
inspector
can't I? Yeah.
you have to be different, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember my father-in-law too. He was like, you know what, like it's something that's gonna happen, and you have to demonstrate that it's different.
Mhm.
And I just started doing TikToks, and all those people that they used to say like, "Don't send Joe," they're the
They
first
want you
one
now.
they're like,
Mhm.
"Can you send Joe?"
Yeah,
So
good
it's
for
like
you.
everything
Switch.
flips.
Yeah.
In the reads.
Yeah, I think that happened to me a lot in the beginning too. Because when I started, I was 18, so that was a long time ago. We'll say that 5 years ago. And so when I started, I was one of the youngest there. Like no one would think to start at 18. So people who were getting their license were all 40, 50-year-olds, and so I was the youngest. And so when I started, got my license, I was going with my dad. I got a lot of pushback, or people wouldn't acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Like I would go with my dad and they would only talk to my dad because they saw me young, they didn't think I was licensed, or they didn't think I knew anything,
Yeah.
and they just kind of like ignored me for like
Yeah.
a long time until I had to like grow my knowledge, grow my confidence, and say like,
Yes.
hey, like I know what I'm doing, like
Yeah.
I'm probably better than a lot of these people and everything. And now, like you're saying, there's a lot of agents, younger agents now on social media, but back then it wasn't like that. So it was like it was hard.
No,
Yeah.
and that happened to me a lot because we used to have a guy, right?
Mhm.
And I used to call my tío. So let's put it my tío. And my tío had he was 50 years old. Well, he is like 56 right now. But I was a trainee of him. He didn't have license. I was a
Oh,
licensed
wow.
one, you know. So I used to take him with me because one, my father-in-law was afraid that something happened to me because I'm a girl in
yeah.
the house, you know.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
he's like, just take your tío with you, and he's gonna help you, and just show him what you know. And I remember when people get to the walkthrough, they never
Saw
me.
you. They saw him.
They saw him. So I remember that time I was like, I'm tired.
I feel that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure it still does, huh? Sometimes
Oh,
here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I was telling you guys right now, it's like once they hear you talking and the confidence that you have, it's like everything changed. You know,
Mm.
at the end of the day, the energy that you give, it's something that everyone feels, and they know that you know, and
Yeah.
that's what's good.
Absolutely. So what's one of the craziest moments about being a home inspector that you've experienced?
Um, well, crazy moments. I feel like when you get to the inspections and you see like homeless inside the house, you know?
You've experienced that?
Yeah. Or this happened to me like not long ago. I was doing a townhouse and I found drugs in the house, but I didn't know there was drugs, right?
Right.
So I just doing my inspection and I start feeling weird. So I was like, is my coffee or is
Oh my
what's
goodness.
going on? So my heart was like beating so hard, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go outside. And then for a reason, I just stopped doing my inspection, and I was like, I'm just gonna calm myself. And I turned around, and it was like this big pipe behind me, and I was like, that's not good. So I sent a
So
picture
you're
to
doing your inspection
Yeah.
high and like
I was like, everything looks great.
Right, there you go. Yeah.
So I was like, send the picture to the office lady, and she was like, we're gonna cancel. You have to go out because even like breathing that was
Yeah.
in the pipe,
Oh,
she's
shit.
like, that's bad. If you're touching like the tables, that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I was already like
Contaminated.
yeah, I was like, I think I might.
Doing the inspection high. Imagine doing a video like that, like, hey guys, everything's going well, like
I know. Wait,
Oh,
Everything is really nice. You should buy this house.
There's never came across the house without issues until this day.
Yeah,
Cases,
I was like, oh, this house is perfect.
but
Yeah,
That's
and at
great.
the end of the day, it was like the housekeeper thing. She was like,
the housekeeper.
yeah, because she's the cleaning lady for
Yeah.
that apartment, right? And she opened the door for me. It was crazy. She opened the door for me, right?
Mhm.
She was like taking the key, and I was like, I need the key to go to the house. And she came. She opened the house for me, and she was like, oh, I just need the Cox box. And I was like, for what? And she's like, oh, it's because it's mine. My nephew was living in this apartment, so I'm gonna take everything. And I was like, okay, go ahead. But I was in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she didn't grab it because I was in the kitchen and I was gonna saw her. But the pie was like where the Cox box was, like in the,
Right there.
Yeah.
So it was the
So she never
housekeeper.
grabbed the Cox box, and
That's-
at the end I was like connecting everything, and I was like, oh,
That's yours.
yeah,
you know?
okay.
Oh my goodness, that's
No, yeah,
amazing.
that's the crazy thing.
That's such a good story though to
Dang.
have like years later.
That sounds fun though. Just kidding.
We don't endorse drugs, you know.
Don't use them.
Don't use them, they're bad for you. It makes you think you're doing your job right. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I give you a report with everything right.
Everything's great. You know, I think the clients probably would have said the same thing for the walkthrough because they probably would have felt the same. You know,
Oh, yeah,
you're
I was
right.
like,
Everything's perfect.
Because
you know?
the agent told me, and she was like, "Can you call the clients, but don't scare them. Just let them know what happened." And I was like, "You know what? I don't feel good. Your house have this, so I don't think it's safe for you. So let's change it." And I just recommend for them to clean it
Mm.
properly. Not the cleaning lady. She's another one.
Should be
And
right back.
they did. When I got to the property, it was smelling like fabuloso. So I was like, nice.
Oh my
Right.
goodness, that's awesome. But let's go a little bit back to the very beginning. What was your first inspection like? Was it as crazy as this one, or this experience,
My
or
first inspection.
can you remember it?
Ooh, I have a couple. The first inspection. I don't. Oh, I do remember. It was in Phoenix. I don't know the street though, but I remember because it was a church was in front of the house and it was like burning. So-
Girl, you have a lot of
I knew. I don't think you have any
Yeah.
normal experiences.
Yeah, no. But no, it wasn't that crazy. It was like a 1950 house, and it was like my first time looking like a house, like a bad house, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I was like, so confused. I was like, I don't know how to start. Should I start with the big points or for the small things?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, like everything just connects. And but yeah, that was my first house. I remember.
At
Shitty
21.
house, yeah. At
Dang.
21.
When you say big points and stuff, what do you mean, like, with that?
With the big points, it's the expensive ones, right? Like the roof, a structure, plumbing,
Mm.
AC, electrical. Um, those are the big ones. Everything else, it's just cosmetic, right?
Cosmetic.
Oh, I see.
If it's a new build, everything is they have to fix everything, so everything is big. But like in a resale home, I always focus on the big points, just because if I focus on the small things, they're gonna get scared.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that the house is gonna have because it's in use, you know. So it's just normal. But yeah, those are the 5 points.
Okay.
The big points.
I have a question when it comes to like you explaining the report to the buyer. I know some inspectors, because it's happened to me, they kind of scare them
Mm.
and they kind of back out, or I think they get in their head too much.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of hard to get the buyer out of that, because obviously they're buying this house and it's a big deal. Have you ever struggled with that?
At first, I did because like I said, it was really hard for me to like explain myself in English. In Spanish, I remember like I used to like when all the clients were like, I love this girl, like, but in English it was really hard. But it did happen to me. But at the end of the day, as an inspector, we can't say that you have to change your roof. Your roof is falling apart, you know, because we're not roofers, you know. I just know that your roof have this type, 20 broken tiles, let's say. I know that the tiles, they just have to be replaced based on the age of the house. Like the paper underneath the tile lasts 20 to 25 years, right? If the house is between that time of the year, we just recommend a roofer to come and check the underlayment. And if he says like you have to change the roof, well, that's on you, agent, and the client. I'm not like there anymore, you know. It's just recommendations. It's just how you say things, you know.
That's awesome. So, what surprised you most about actually when you started? Like, is there anything that you say that popped out to you?
What surprised me the most? I don't think something like surprised me, but what actually like well, what surprised me, and it's gonna sound like bad probably, but what the type of people, you know, like type of agents. Like there's some good agents out there, and some agents that I'm surprised that you're like that with your clients, you know.
How
That's-
so?
yeah.
Where, like, could you elaborate?
Yeah,
I'm interested now.
Well,
Like,
I want to know if I'm one of those
am I
agents.
one of them?
No, well,
She's like, maybe.
what I'm saying about agents is like the type of agents that when I'm explaining something, they always like, oh, but it's gonna get fixed. It's gonna get fixed. And when the house, like literally when the house it is falling apart, and it's like, once like if your inspector mentions some structure issues, right? Those are really expensive. Like you have to have a structure engineer to check those, right? Once I mention any structure issues, I don't feel comfortable with the agent to be like, oh, this is an easy fix. You know, you can just patch that.
Yeah.
That happened to me with a new build. That new build, it was the foundation, right? And underneath the foundation, it was like a big hole throughout the property, and you can see inside of the foundation, like underneath the house, and it was missing concrete. So that was like, you know what, like that's really bad. you
Yeah.
know, for a house. And I remember this agent, she was like, no, that's not bad. Like that's easy fix. And I was
How
like,
do you fix that?
yeah, and I was like, okay, you know, like I said, it's how you say stuff, but once like you see that the agent is just there for the money and not for helping the
Helping
client,
them, yeah.
it's really hard. And same with the my Hispanic people, right? That's why I start doing inspections on Spanish on TikTok, just because everything that they used to tell like the Hispanic people, it was like wrong. I was
way.
like, that's not even true. Like, there's some people that call me and they're like, it's because my agent told me to not do the inspection because it's a new house.
Really?
And
What the?
she's like, and I didn't know that I need an inspection because, well, first of all, she don't speak English, so
Shoot.
that's why she had an agent, you know,
Mm,
so she can help her. But there's a lot of like stories out there that I'm
bad
like,
agents.
that's not cool, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I think a big issue is the fact that sometimes agents don't know when to stay in their own lane.
Yes.
Like they think they can be the loan officer, the inspector, the roofer, all this stuff, and they say like, oh yeah, this is easy. Like no, like your job is to point your clients to the right direction. Like
Yes.
if there's a structural problem, okay, we'll have someone take care of that or have someone
Yeah,
inspect that. Like
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
not your job to be telling them like, hey, like this is easy, this is an easy fix. Especially because I think that a lot of clients want to hear that, like they want the
Yeah.
hope of
Oh, yeah.
it being fixed, but the reality is it's like either it can't be fixed or you need to send someone
Yeah.
to actually determine whether this can
Yeah,
be
and,
fixed or
and
not.
don't get me wrong, like everything can be fixed. I'm
Sure.
not saying like it's not, but the thing with that person on the new build, it's the builder said it was okay and he was not gonna bring nobody, you know,
Mm,
and her agent said it's okay, it's an easy fix. So at the end of the day, they never fix nothing because once your agent says it's okay and the builder says it's okay, the agent's not fighting for you for the
Yeah.
fixes. So everything is gonna stay the same, you know.
Oh,
So I'm like,
Yeah.
what surprised me a lot is just the quality of the agents. I'm not. There's a small percentage of there, but still, it was like for me, it was like really shocking because, I didn't thought it was gonna be like that.
yeah, and then how do you tell the client like, hey, your
Yeah,
your
so
agent's not
scary.
doing the best for you?
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, one time I was with this lady. She called me from TikTok, and his agent was, I'm not gonna say bad words, but he just didn't do nothing. I was like talking to him for the CVS code or the lockbox code because the house didn't have like a sign, so I can call like the listing agent, right?
Mm.
And that house was selling by somebody like a private thing, so it wasn't showing in the Zillow thing.
Mm.
So I was having a struggle to like get the code and everything. So what happened is he never answered me, and when he did, he was like in a party or something like that. I was hearing some music.
It's gonna fall.
It's like what?
So-
Sorry for
Yeah,
interrupting
no,
you.
you're good. He was like in a party or something like that, you know, and I was like, I called the girl and I was like, your agent is just not there. It's not all there. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do your inspection. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Dang.
Right when it was getting good. Too.
I know.
Sorry. I'm telling you, if you don't have your thing inspect by me, it's gonna fall apart.
Gotta have our podcast studio inspected now. Okay, hopefully it stays. We'll see. Oh, it's gonna fall. See, this whole place is falling apart now.
Sorry, guys.
Right when an inspector comes and
I know. It's like I need to get fixed. But
It's
I
gonna
don't know
fall
if it's
too.
gonna stay.
get it inspected afterwards.
Please, recommendation, redo this studio. It's falling apart.
Sorry,
But
sorry,
yeah.
where were you?
Yeah, it's just I called that girl and I was like, I'm not gonna do your inspection because your agent is just bitch. So if you change your agent, just let me know, and that's it. I was
Yeah.
like, because
Dang.
it was. I remember the inspections have to start at 2:30 to 2:30 to 5, right?
Mhm.
With the walkthrough at 5:30, so it gave me time to do
Mm.
everything. And it was like 3:30, and this guy was like not answering. Like he was like, "Just give me a second, I'm gonna call," and he never called. And then when he called, it was like in a party, and I was like, "Dude, like,
What the
That's not
heck?
gonna
so
work.
yeah." So it's
Yeah,
just,
and unfortunately, there's a lot of agents like that. That's why you need to hire us. No.
I don't want to discriminate nobody, but it's always the old agents.
Oh shoot! I don't want to discriminate, pero no. Exact to the point.
It's always the old agents.
Dude,
So is that?
no. Yeah. No, with what I try to do, like, usually when it's like I've had a few bad inspections where it's just like the house is not what the buyer wants anymore, and it sucks when you have to cancel. I think as an agent, you're just like, oh, feel it. You have a feeling when it's like, this isn't.
Oh
We're
my
just have
goodness,
to
this
leave
is
it like that.
Just leave it like that.
Where it's just gonna, we're just gonna have to like
Yeah,
cancel.
yeah,
And what I usually do is give them options. It's either, okay, obviously, like give them three options. You either cancel or you stay with the house, but at least you know what's going on.
yeah.
And then, or maybe we can still negotiate something. And then when they do say they want to cancel, I never push them like to not
Yeah.
cancel, you know?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it
It's
is
what
up
they
to
want.
them. And
Yeah.
if I see it's a big issue where I'm just like, it's going to take a lot of money for you to get. And you have to do, as an agent, you have to do your homework behind
Oh,
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not an inspector, but I do try to figure out what the heck is going on, what the issue is.
Yeah.
I always call my inspectors, I bother them, and I'm like, hey, I want to make sure I understood what's going on.
Yeah.
And for the most part, like they do answer my questions.
No, yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, and just because I like, don't get me wrong, like I understand agents. Like at the end of the day, like you're putting all your time, your gas money,
yeah,
and it's
Sure.
like it's not like home inspectors. Like I get paid, you know.
yeah,
Right.
no matter
But
what,
for you, it's like you have to wait until you're
Yeah.
closing to you have
to
you
get
get your
paid.
money.
Yeah,
But yeah, like same thing. Like I like what you said because at the end of the day, my report is like a tool,
Mhm.
just so you if you wanna like, you know what's going on with your house, so you can like start like fixing stuff little by little. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that.
That's why I find it shocking when you said that there's agents that don't recommend an inspector. Because I mean, you're supposed to like always recommend inspections and at least have at least two different inspectors so they can choose, you know.
yeah,
But overall, like you're always supposed to recommend they get an inspection
Yeah.
because you don't want to have that liability. Like, oh well, my agent told me that I didn't need an inspection
Yes.
and this breaks or this falls apart.
I'm so
You know?
scared of getting sued.
You're like,
yeah.
get all of these inspections.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
seriously. So I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather play all my cards and always
Yeah.
be safe than sorry than like later on regret it. Just
Oh, yeah.
because I was too lazy or I
Yeah, I
didn't want
didn't
to
feel
give
like
my
it
full.
or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same thing happened because like I understand like lazy agents as well, but one thing that I always recommend is like agents be in the inspection with your client, you know, because I do a lot of inspections and always the client by himself. And,
Really?
yeah, and he's like, well, this is gonna get fixed, and I'm like,
That's
I
you
don't
can't
know,
do that.
like,
Yeah.
I just know that they can give you a credit, they can fix it, or they can't say no, and you have this possibilities, but I don't know. More.
Yes.
You know, I'm not an agent. I'm a home inspector.
Yeah,
So I'm
absolutely.
like, I don't know. And that's something else that I'm like, agents just like go with
Show up for your
clients,
client.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just finish what you start.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Because literally your clients are gonna appreciate that moment more because I think it's the scariest part of like everything.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
for
You know?
sure. The inspection, I feel like, well, inspector and realtors do work,
Yeah.
and it's part of the whole transaction. But the inspection part is what usually
Yeah,
breaks
it's to
or
make
makes
it.
the deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the first 10 days, yeah, are the most important.
So I'm always like, it's where your clients like the more nervous and
Mhm.
they're going through a lot and everything that they see in the report, they're like, oh, this is a big deal, and it's like. There's what the agent comes and they're like, okay, like just look, we have those
Yeah.
options. But when there's not agents and the client is like, well, what I'm gonna do, it's
Yeah,
like,
start stressing.
Oh
Yeah.
I don't
and-
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
No,
No.
yeah.
No, yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, but I think you gave some helpful tips for agents, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
to be a better agent and everything.
I start to like, well, at the same time I'll start to like learn about a little bit about you guys, like how like I said, like the options, right?
Mhm.
If they ask me something like, so what do you think they're gonna do? Like they're gonna fix it. And I'm like, look, like there's options. Like are they gonna give you a credit, or they're gonna say yes, or they're gonna say no, but you can just begin with keep going with the house, or you can like be like, you know what, like
This
I don't
isn't
like
for me.
it, and I'm done.
mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's the only thing. I'm like, I don't know more. I'm like, just
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, it's not your job to know more. You know,
Yeah.
it's your job is to inspect the home. You know, and give
Yeah.
them all the information about the home, and it's the agent's duty
yeah,
to explain to
Walk
them
them
what's
through
the next
the
steps. Yeah.
options.
yeah,
Yeah.
the process and
Yep.
everything. Yeah.
So hear that, agents, do your jobs. um.
Let's see. I really kind of went ahead of
Yeah, I think we.
ourselves with a lot.
I was
Okay, so why don't you explain to us really quickly why inspections are important to buyers in general?
because you have to know the condition of the property while you're buying. Sometimes, like new builds, let's start with new builds. New builds are new, right? But you're gonna be surprised because there's a lot going on with new builds as today. They're making it so fast, and it's gonna look really nice, pretty, new. But if you like inspect the whole things like I do, um, we find a lot of things. Like usually my reports are like 30 plus pages.
No way.
What?
Yeah.
And are they more than residential? Would you say, or about the same?
Sometimes yes, because
No way.
if we focus on the minor stuff at the nibbles, right? Like
Mhm.
if there's like chips on the cabinets, stuff like that, I have to put it in the report
Mm.
just because it's new.
Yeah.
But in the resales ones, it's like if it's a chip cabinet, we're not gonna tag it because it was in use. You know, like you have to be aware that you're buying a house that was in use by somebody else, and that's not gonna be perfect. There's not a perfect home,
Sure.
like either with new builds, but there's it's not gonna be perfect. But we're just always like focusing on the big points, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is just like cosmetic. That's why it's always recommended to have like everything
Inspected.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good to know. So I think we'll move on to advice that you could give to young entrepreneurs because you
Mhm.
mentioned that you're in an industry where there's not many, if any, female
Young females. Yeah.
young female Gen Z inspectors in the business. So, what advice would you give someone when they constantly hear that they're too young to start something?
Just ignore it. You know, like just ignore it. And if you believe in God, like I do, just put everything on God. Everything works out at the end of the day. You know, uh, like my story. It was like they usually say like, "Don't send Joe, don't do this. I want Victor. I want Josh," and the table will turn, and now it's like send Joe, and when Victor is in the inspection, they're like, "Where's the girl that works in this company?" You know, because we want her. Um, that's why the logo and everything on TikTok. But yeah, just be patient. Everything is gonna work out at the end of the day. Uh, it feels bad, you know, when people are like, "You're so young, like I don't want you inspecting my house," but they're gonna regret it, you know.
That's good.
And just trust yourself. At the end of the day, it's just you, best you. Just focus on yourself and being better, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. What's one mistake you wish someone had warned you about before you started?
Um. Well, they always worry about everything, but I think one of the mistakes that I have done is to like trust a lot like agents or clients. Why? Because this happened to me like a long time ago. But I did a house, right? It was like a resale home. I did check everything like perfect, perfect, perfect. But I remember the client, he was really friendly, and I'm always like friendly too. So I'm like, no, yeah, this and that. But I don't know what happened with the house that later on I got sued on my license, right? So I don't know if it's like the buyer or the seller, but I think it was the seller that was like friends with the buyer, because they were like saying that I was like removing the shingles and everything of the house, that I was creating damage on the house. So it was like a year, and an entire year, like fighting with the board because of my license, you know. But nothing happened, thanks God, because I didn't do nothing. but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just sometimes like being so friendly, it's bad at the end of the day, you
Mm,
know, like. But yeah, that's something that I wish they should tell me.
Mhm.
friendly, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's really hard to trust people nowadays because you want to be friendly, you want to make
Yeah.
friends, and then they kind of just like
Even with
stab you in
family
the
or
back.
friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
especially with family and
I
friends, you know,
really,
the ones that take advantage.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really like to like listen a lot to what your dad has really good advice. And one thing he's like, I think he always says this story. He's like, oh, I was, you know, the clients were saying how they really wanted a pool or how they didn't want a pool, and he was like throwing shade at like, yeah, pools suck because you have to keep all this maintenance and
Yeah.
whatever. And then the next house they ended up with the pool.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shoot, I was like kind of
Hating on the pool
hating on the
already
pool, and now they do
Yeah.
want a pool.
because
And
they changed their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so even with like family and friends, because that's usually what I'm working with in my
Mm.
sphere, I try not to put my opinion on what I think about the house because
Yeah.
it might switch or they end up coming back at you for it.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, like that was something that I was like really, really like I was really struggling with because giving a lot of information, it's bad, you know? So
Mm.
I was like, I'm like, I know what I think about the house. Like sometimes they're like, from 1 to 10, what do you give to the house? And I'm like, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. But if they get you confused or something, you're gonna say something. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
if you say like 6, they're gonna be like, oh, the
It said 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So,
they blame
like,
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that happens a lot
Like
with me.
opinions, giving your opinions.
Yeah, your
it's
opinion, like, oh, I didn't
Yeah.
really like this, and then, like your personal opinion. That's when it gets a little
Yeah,
tricky. Cause,
and yeah, sometimes it's like you want to be so friendly and be like honest and everything, but
Mhm.
too friendly, it's gonna come back to you and they're
To
gonna
bite
use
you.
it against you. You know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Yeah, and it's happened a couple times too.
Yeah.
You know, where they just use your own words against you, like, oh, but she said, and but they
Mhm,
told me, and
exactly,
everything,
Yeah.
and it's like
That's
a
why
whole
the other
issue.
reason that I always recommend an agent on the walkthroughs, because sometimes the client is gonna be like, "Oh, it's because the inspector said this," you know.
Mm,
But I'm like, I never said
I never
that.
said that.
But I'm
Yeah.
like, how I'm gonna fight with the client when you weren't there?
You weren't
know?
there.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, just come to my
Just
walkthrough.
walkthroughs,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
So the majority of the agents just don't
There's
or like a 50-50.
it's 50-50, yeah. Um, some agents like sometimes I understand like sometimes agents have a lot of like work, you know,
Sure.
and you don't have like people that helps you. It's just you.
Mm.
I understand that, but I feel like you if you have to like share your time that should belong to one person, is when you have to ask for help. You know,
Mm.
because I'm like, you're not giving the 100%
To
the
your client. Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So I think like 50% of the agents that I work for,
Mm-hmm.
the only ones that never miss one walkthrough is Leslie and Nana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There
I'm
you
always
go.
like, I'm gonna see.
You know,
Anna."
and it's funny because you can see it in their work. They're always getting clients and everything,
Yeah.
and you can see why because they're always putting their 100%
yeah.
on every client, and they're
Yes.
always asking for help too. You know, they're always
Yes.
calling my dad like, "Hey, like I need help."
Yeah.
Like I think last week Leslie was out of town, and she needed someone to do the walkthrough because
Yeah.
she was always
Mhm.
there, and so she sent my dad, and she's like, "Hey, like
Mhm.
we need to do a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can you send someone over there?" And that's why it's so important too to have a team or a
Yes.
brokerage that's gonna help you like whenever you need help. And I've said it to
Yes.
you too,
Yes.
Jocelyn.
I
Like
was just gonna bring that
you're
up.
like you're busy, you know, just
Yeah.
call me and we'll make sure the clients get the
Yeah.
best. Because I mean, it's the client's one of the client's biggest purchases, you know. So it's like
Yes.
I feel like you should put more time and effort into
Yeah, their
that
whole
too.
life is
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah.
And as an agent, like you know ahead of time when you're gonna get super busy
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
backed up, and you can go ahead and let another agent know,
Yeah.
hey, can you
Mhm.
cover me?
Yeah.
I might be busy these days, and it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be that same day. Like you know ahead of time. So
Yeah, in most
be
cases,
prepared
yeah.
for that. If you are gonna get busy, ask for the
Yeah.
help.
Ask for the help, yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes agents don't like to ask for help, and they like to handle it all themselves. And it's like, no, like
But
that's why you
that's
have a
when
team.
things
That's
And I
happen.
feel
and
like it's
go wrong.
because they don't want
Yeah.
to share like some commission.
some
right?
commission too. That's what I was
Like,
gonna say. Like,
just pay for the gas, dude.
I know,
Come
like,
on.
yeah, like $50. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah,
And,
like-
but there's sometimes there's
I've had
Yeah.
issues like that where I go out and help,
Yeah.
and I never got anything in return.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so
yeah, I
you
feel like you can't have the whole pie for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're like looking for to grow your business, you have to start sharing
Mhm.
your pie
Yeah.
because
You're not gonna receive
yeah,
back.
but you can't eat the whole pie without getting nauseous. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You're gonna say
Like,
fat, but I was like,
yeah,
that too.
yeah. I don't like to say that. But yeah, like this is the thing with us, and I'm always sharing my pie. You know, going on my TikTok, I'm like, okay, guys, like let's start with the company business videos. You know, like let's do this, and you should do this, or Victor, Josh, you guys have to do videos because this is what
Where
getting
it's at.
clients. Yeah, and it's always sharing your pie. Sometimes it's okay to like know when somebody is like trying to abuse up like from your like kindness, right? But like sharing your pie is what's gonna make you bigger.
Yeah. And
Sometimes people are like, oh no, it's because I just have this,
yeah.
you know. But like if you share it, you're gonna see that it's gonna be better because
Better.
you can buy more.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that applies to almost every industry, you know,
Yes.
just helping, sharing. Sometimes when you're the one that's trying to do it all yourself, or you're just like not trying to share what you know, it kind of comes back to bite you, you know? 'Cause
like
then,
bad karma kind of thing.
yeah, because you just don't get the help that you need, and then
Yeah,
everything just
yeah,
starts to
Yeah.
crumble.
100%.
Well, I have a one good question because I know somebody that wants to maybe go into a male-dominated field or career. So, what's a good or an advice that you would give to a woman that's trying to go into a male-dominated field?
Don't get scared. Like they're gonna like make you probably feel like nervous because you're a girl. That happens to me. Because obviously I'm a girl, but that happens to me a lot because a lot of people were like, oh, because you're a girl, you have
don't
to be
know.
careful. You have to be more careful. You should like carry your gun or carry this because you're a girl. But I'm like, that's the only thing that it's going into your mind instead of positive stuff, you know? I feel like something that I wish I had at that time is just positive stuff on me, you know? It was always like what can be wrong instead of what can be right.
Right.
So just think positive stuff. Nothing is gonna be bad if it's okay. You're a girl, but it's like it's for everyone, you know. And girls are better because we
There you
have
go.
more common sense, and it's something that I know. So yeah, girls are better, more
you go.
common sense. We have more like we have a better eye.
Intuition, yeah.
Actually, yeah, more
Attention to
attention for
detail.
like details. So I think I'm not talking shit about man. I love you guys, but yeah, that's what a lot of clients tell me. Like, it's because you're a girl, you have a better eye,
Yeah.
and you have common sense.
Comments. Yeah, of
Guys
course.
don't have
Yeah.
comments.
Hear that, guys?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, but that's good to hear. Like,
Okay, I can talk to you forever.
I
like-
know this is like, but I think we're heading to our
1
last
hour?
questions.
Oh.
Yeah, probably. But you're gonna head after our rapid questions, so we're just gonna ask you like, kind of like, how do you? What's that
a
game?
rapid
Like,
Or just like a-
fast game.
Like
fast game.
Yeah, let's just call it that. Where we're just asking you quick questions and you just answer it like straight up, you know?
All right.
She shouldn't see these technically.
Oh, okay,
Alright.
okay.
Okay.
So I can't see them either. So you
Oh
gotta
my
see
gosh,
them.
I
You say
didn't
them.
plan that right.
Okay.
Okay, coffee or energy drink?
Coffee.
Early morning inspection or late afternoon inspection?
Early morning.
New build or resale?
New bill.
What's the weirdest thing that you've ever found during an inspection?
Drugs.
Biggest pet peeve during an inspection?
What is that?
Something that bothers you.
When agents don't show up.
Smells in the houses. Like when it smells bad.
Oh.
Like
I hate that.
stinks?
Yeah, when it stinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, every house has a
Yeah,
different
sometimes
smell.
It smells like feet. Sometimes it smells like farts. It's just like you never know. It's just,
You're like, what's today's smell?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's in the menu.
A little fart with feet and a little mold.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. If you weren't a home inspector, what career would you choose?
I will be in the military.
Really?
Yeah.
Not real estate?
Dang.
No.
Okay. What's one goal you want to accomplish before you turn 30?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, probably to have more young people on my team.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Just to see the young entrepreneurs
Yeah.
just starting to.
Yeah. That would be perfect. Yeah, because everything else, like, I feel like I have it.
So are you hiring right now?
I'm sorry?
Are you hiring right now?
Yeah,
Or
we
okay.
always hiring. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
cool.
So if there's a young person that wanna join,
Interested in learning, hustling.
they're always welcome. We always try to like help them, and I always say this: I want them to be better than me, not the
There
same
you
as
go.
me. So I'm always trying my best to like help them to be better, and we always the same. There's not a boss. There's nobody bigger than you in the team. We are the same. So yeah. So we always hiring everyone.
That's like a good quality to have, especially like I feel like you as a leader, just
Yeah.
like wanting to help someone and instead
Yeah.
of like
And she's
Making it a
you're
company.
24, right?
yeah, I'm
24.
24. Imagine
I
that 30,
know.
40. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a whole team
Girl.
of
Yeah.
you're doing great.
young
That's
entrepreneurs.
amazing.
That's
No,
amazing.
thank you.
Yeah.
Really much,
So
guys.
I think we are gonna end it. But does the audience have any more questions? Do you, we're asking our two audience individuals.
Or we have 10 people back here with cameras and.
Please.
No, 5, 4.
Oh yeah, I can walk in the attics easy,
You see, that's another
A
perk
plus, yep.
too.
and I can walk in the crawl spaces. Yeah, and the mobile homes.
Oh.
There's crawl
Like the-
spaces. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I can
Interesting.
walk on it. Yeah.
Josh, you have any questions? Oh, you have another question?
Have you like came across you doing your inspection and you find scorpions?
Oh, I was just
Uh,
thinking that.
Scorpions, yes. Thanks God, I have never found a snake. I
Oh.
just saw the skin on the attic, but I never saw the snake. Thank you God, because I'm so scared of them.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like if I see a snake in the house, I'm just gonna cancel.
Have
the
you ever
inspection.
seen a snake
No.
in your life?
Not
No.
well, yeah, and like in the zoo and stuff like that. But
No.
like in person,
Yeah.
like in the house, no.
I almost
No.
stepped on one once.
We've
fun.
seen a snake or two.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like I will cancel a house.
You're like, I'm
Yeah,
done.
I'm
Never
like-
coming
Done.
back to this
There's a
house.
snake.
Yeah, there's a snake. I'm gone.
It's over.
Never coming back.
Yeah.
When do you plan to become a millionaire?
Probably pretty soon.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
there you
feel
go.
like I am. I am pretty
Good,
soon.
good.
Yeah.
So
That's the mentality to have.
yes, pretty soon.
That's awesome. Well, I think, is that it? Awesome. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much for coming today on our podcast. I think we learned a lot from you, and I think our audience learned a lot of being young entrepreneur in a business that no one really expects a woman to be in, and the fact that you're just exceeding everyone's expectations, I think. So
that's
thank you so
amazing.
much for coming, and
Thank you.
guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in the next
And
podcast.
hire her for your next inspection.
Peace
There you
out.
go. Bye.